We'll start.
That's just your style. All right, so second blog post for our keto file. Once again doing this kind of rough. So we're
Yes.
we're about 8 days into the experience. We moved over here because we had a kind of a pseudo kind of cold weather snap come through San Antonio, and our kitchen area, our kitchen nook over there is just covered in plants. So we moved over to the sofa. I know it's a great story. You're welcome. But okay, so we'll make these longer than they need to be. We're 8 days into it,
Yes.
and what was our strategy for this last week?
So our strategy for this was to do fasting every other day during the week. So we started last Monday. So we fasted Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And then we were eating keto on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then we also decided that we want to keep our schedule the same. So we actually ate Saturday and Sunday or over the weekend. So that was the strategy. And then also one of the things that we implemented, and it's always tough, but getting back on the scale, seeing where we were, and then weighing every day just to kind of keep that top of mind. So that's what we were looking to do, and that's what we did last
Yeah,
week.
was there anything that okay? So Monday, Wednesday, Friday fasting,
Yep.
kind of a pseudo keto or
Yes.
keto. We were pretty much keto,
Yeah.
and we ate Saturday and Sunday. And I
Yes.
would say we also had strategies that we were going to try to exercise, which we didn't do.
That's
Okay.
true. We still have strategies to implement.
Well, that was something we talked about doing was actually starting to
Yes.
exercise, but we didn't do that. We didn't actually start.
Right.
Uh, we walked one day, and that's something I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And so as far as our meals go, and I was thinking we may start talking a little bit more about some of the foods we're integrating into our diet, but we were actually successful on our strategy for fasting. And actually, today is a fast day. We're actually fasting right now,
Yes.
and we started. Uh, we ate Sunday evening, and then we haven't eaten since Sunday evening. It's about 5:15 or so in the evening on Monday, and and I don't know what today is, but it's about middle of January, and so yeah. But anyway, as far as the foods we had, I think our first fast, which was pretty wasn't all that difficult. We got right through it, but we actually
Right.
fasted all the way through on Tuesday, all the way to the afternoon meal. So the fast was probably almost 40 to 48 hour fast, 2 day fast, if you want to just go by hours, and then I think Wednesday and Friday Melanie bought a ham and we were craving ham, so we had ham for breakfast on Wednesday and Friday.
Right.
No, yes, no, we're fasting on Friday, on Saturday. I'm sorry, on Thursday and Saturday. So we were fasting
Yeah.
Wednesday and Friday.
Yeah.
But the foods we had, we did like a steak and salad. We did chicken wings, and we did that for the most part. And
Ham,
we did, yeah,
ham and
and
eggs.
ham and eggs. And then last night I did a pork loin that was really good. Uh, Probably things that we haven't really integrated, like really significant caloric monitoring. We're not using anything like that, right?
Right, right. Yeah, I haven't been, and you haven't either. And I think part of it is just getting started. And that's an added layer of just something else to have to do. And so I think it maybe some point if we, decide we want to do that, monitor the intakes, then certainly we will. And certainly we would look to do that if we are not seeing results, right?
Mhm.
So, and also just to kind of circle back on, adding in exercise, I think part of what, why we didn't do, the walking every morning this week is because it's been cold
Yeah,
and we're kind of wimpy
yeah.
now
Well,
when it comes to cold weather.
some of it's laziness. I mean,
Yes, yes.
we're trying to get back
But
on it.
also
Yeah,
it was
it was cold.
really
Yeah,
for San Antonio, it was really
yeah, you
chilly.
probably rolling all that in together, but
Yeah.
I just haven't really felt like it. And I don't, and things we also kind of, I don't want to say failed at, but we're still drinking. Uh, we for every day that we were not fasting, I think we drank alcohol,
Yes.
and that's so hard to quit. This weekend we had some like nothing great, but we one of our dogs got sick, and it was so stressful. So we ended up taking her to the emergency vet, and I just at the end of the day I was just like, I'm gonna have something to drink. And I will tell you something I need to focus on personally is that like when I'm on a non-fasting day, like on Saturday, I think I probably eat too much, so I'm going to try to cut back the quantity of food. I'm eating more than I probably need to. I
Right.
mean, I want to eat till I'm satisfied and so forth, but you get this thing where like, oh my gosh, I was fasting, so let me go ahead and just chuck in massive amounts of food, and I think that probably gets out of hand. So I need to pull that back a little bit.
Yes,
So,
I would say that, with not eating and then eating every other day, that's something to kind of be,
mindful
aware
of,
of, yeah,
yeah,
mindful, because I think you can have a tendency to kind of like really want to pack it in because the next day you know that you are going to be fasting. But, you know,
yeah.
I just think it's something that we need to manage.
Right. I will tell you for anybody that's kind of curious about fasting, fasting is not that hard.
Right.
You just kind of have to tell yourself that you're not going to eat. I mean, like right now, like I said, we had a bit,
Yeah.
but I'm hungry right now. But I just
Yeah,
kind
I'm
of say like,
starting to be hungry as
yeah,
well,
but
but
it's not.
just grab some water and
Yeah, I know that I'm not going to eat,
yeah,
and so it just kind of rolls on.
right.
And I'm not usually hungry in the morning, so I can kind of roll right through. I think
Yeah,
you have to get past the whole oh, how can you do that? Can you even survive without consuming calories? And it's not. I mean, we've actually had longer fasts. We've had long than every other day. But okay, so and on this, I don't know. I said we weren't going to actually give our weights, but how much weight loss have you had in the last week? No, and no,
yeah.
knowing that you're going to have weight, you're definitely going to have weight loss out of the gate. How much have you had?
Okay, so
Monday to
I've
Monday,
calculated it. I believe it was 7.1 pounds
right?
over the last week
Yeah, and
that I've lost.
I was at 5.3, so I've lost 5.3
Yeah.
pounds. And people always like, oh, it's not 5 pounds of water. I can tell you that, but I will tell you there is that you do get an initial drop. But probably as we move on, uh, weight loss, by fasting will, you know, I'll admit that some of that is probably before we started the diet. I was eating every meal was like my last meal. To a certain extent, I had a burger that I think I even mentioned it in the last video. I had a burger the day before we started and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'm aware. So
Yeah, and
so I think initially,
yeah, I think too, like with that, we are weighing every day, and so I don't know, this week especially because it's first week, you would see the weight come down, after the fast, and then really on the days that we were eating, we would weigh the next morning, and we would only have gained maybe not even a pound.
yeah,
So, it's just, I don't
yeah,
know, encouraging
yeah.
to do that,
Yeah, yeah. Like on a fasting day, at the end of a fasting day, let's say like you weigh on Tuesday, I would be down like maybe 2.5 pounds,
Right,
and then I would eat, and then the next day I would weigh, coming off an eating day, and I would be up like 0.5 or 0.8, and then I have another
right.
fast, I'd be down about 2 pounds. I'm always prone to gain a little bit more weight over the weekend, just from eating and so forth. So, and again, I'm aware it's not like all fat and all that kind of stuff, but really, honestly, the proof is going to be in how this plays out long term.
It is. And also, you know, we're kind of feeling this out. Like we'll get into a rhythm,
Mhm.
but I feel like we were pretty synced up on the amounts that we were losing for the most part through over the week.
Mhm.
And then we'll see how that
Yeah,
continues. I'm hoping that
yeah,
it'll continue to be, I don't know, probably not as dramatic as this week,
yeah. We'll see.
but we'll see.
Yeah,
We'll
we'll see.
see.
Well, this is yeah, and that's where we are. So
Yeah,
everything.
feeling
So
better,
yeah. Oh
you
yeah, that's
know,
another thing too is when you get back on this, it's almost immediate. I will tell you,
sleeping better.
yeah, yeah. a little bit.
I have noticed that I do sleep better when I'm fasting.
Yeah, weirdly.
Yeah,
Oh, excuse me. Really,
so
I do sleep better on fasting days. A
yeah,
lot better. But anyway, all right. Fasting's going good.
yes.
Maybe next week we'll integrate uh some exercise.
Some walking
Yeah, some
and
walking.
some
Yeah,
strength training, maybe.
soon.
Yeah,
Well, I have a trip coming up, so I think after the trip I'll start working on strength training. But maybe this week, maybe like tomorrow, whatever. We'll try to walk a little bit, but
yeah,
and we'll try. Also, we'll talk about maybe next video. We'll talk a little bit more about what our diet looks like.
right.
And all right, I think that's it. Anything else? Are we missing things? So going so far so good. So
So far, so good. We're still happy
exactly.
to be on the journey, I
Yeah,
guess.
well,
So,
yeah, hopefully
you
we'll.
know,
Hey, if we're making these
we're
videos, we're making
very
these videos. We're
optimistic
doing.
right now.
Yeah, if we're making these videos and we're doing. Then we're not completely failing. I can
That's
tell you that
right.
when the videos go away, we're back. It's like, oh, I can't make a video about how
We'll do our own mukbang.
it's like, all right, well, we're on the diet,
Oh
the Halloween
gosh,
candy,
that's
and
right.
it's March. All right. Hey, all right, I hope everybody has a great day.
Bye.
Bye.